orthodoxy. Welcome to the Money System, where we explain how money really works.
Ever wondered what it's like to live in a country where your entire monthly salary can barely buy a single kilogram of rice? Welcome to North Korea, a place where economic reality is stranger than fiction. Officially, the average North Korean earns about $1 to $2 a month. Yes, you heard that right. But how do people actually survive on that? The truth is, they don't. The official economy is just a tiny part of a much larger, more complex picture. To understand North Korea's economy, we have to rewind a bit. After the Korean War, with massive aid from the Soviet Union and China, North Korea's economy actually outpaced South Korea's for a while. They focused on heavy industry, creating a state-controlled, centralized system. Everything was planned by the government, from what factories produced to what farmers grew. For a time, this command economy seemed to work. The state provided citizens with jobs, housing, food rations, healthcare, and education. It was a system built on the promise of stability and equality under the watchful eye of the state. But this system was built on a fragile foundation. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, the aid pipeline dried up almost overnight. It was like pulling the plug on a life support machine. North Korea's economy went into a catastrophic freefall. Factories rusted, power plants failed, and the public distribution system for food collapsed. This led to a devastating famine in the 1990s, a period North Koreans refer to as the Arduous March. Millions suffered from extreme hunger, and the state was powerless to help. It was during this time of absolute desperation that something remarkable happened. The North Korean people, faced with a choice between starving and breaking the law, chose survival. They started creating their own unofficial markets, known as jangmadang. These started as small illegal gatherings where people would trade household goods for a bit of food. A woman might trade a pair of shoes for some potatoes, or a man might fix a bicycle in exchange for corn. It was pure, raw capitalism born out of necessity, right under the nose of one of the world's most controlling regimes. Today, these jangmadang are the real heart of the North Korean economy. They've grown from small, hidden gatherings into bustling, semi-official markets found in every town and city. You can find almost anything here, from fresh vegetables and meat to smuggled Chinese electronics and cosmetics. These markets are where most North Koreans now get their food and daily necessities. They are run primarily by women, who have become the main breadwinners for their families. They are the entrepreneurs and traders keeping the country afloat. So, how does this private market economy coexist with the official state-run system? It's a complicated and often contradictory relationship. The government officially condemns these private activities, but in reality, they've come to tolerate and even profit from them. They collect store fees or taxes from the merchants, essentially turning a blind eye because they know the state can no longer provide for its people. This has created a bizarre hybrid system, part socialist and part market-driven, where everyone is navigating a complex web of official rules and unofficial realities. This new economy has created a new social class. There's a growing group of affluent individuals, known as donju or masters of money, who have become rich through this market activity. They might own restaurants, run transportation networks, or engage in large-scale trading with China. They build modern apartments and drive imported cars, creating pockets of wealth in cities like Pyongyang that look surprisingly modern. The gap between the rich and the poor in a country officially dedicated to equality is widening. What about the official industries? The state still controls the major sectors like mining and manufacturing, but they are incredibly inefficient. Many factories operate at a fraction of their capacity due to a lack of electricity, raw materials, and modern technology. These sanctions target key exports like coal, textiles, and seafood, cutting off vital sources of foreign currency. To get around this, North Korea has become incredibly creative in finding illicit ways to make money. They've been accused of everything from drug trafficking and counterfeiting foreign currency to cybercrime. Elite hacking groups are said to steal hundreds of millions of dollars from financial institutions and cryptocurrency exchanges around the world. So, what does the future hold? North Korea is at a crossroads. The market economy has taken root and is unlikely to disappear. It has given people a taste of economic freedom and a sense of self-reliance that's hard to reverse. The younger generation has grown up with these markets. It's all they've ever known. At the same time, the regime is hesitant to fully embrace economic reforms like China or Vietnam did, fearing it could lead to a loss of political control. The daily life for an average North Korean is a constant hustle. A person might be a teacher by day and sell homemade tofu at the market in the evening. This dual life is the new normal. The state's propaganda still talks about socialist self-reliance, but on the ground, it's a story of grassroots capitalism and incredible resilience. The economy of North Korea is a paradox. It's a failed state-run system propped up by a dynamic, illegal market economy that the state both condemns and depends on. It's a story of survival, ingenuity, and the unshakable human desire for a better life, even in the most challenging circumstances on Earth. Thanks for watching. If you found this look into North Korea's economy fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into complex topics from around the world. See you next time.
So, we're not smart. If this helped you understand the system, subscribe, like, and share this video.